สวัสดีค่ะทุกคน Welcome back to my Facebook page. My name is Sarah, and this video is actually gonna be on my YouTube later on too. So welcome back นะคะ If you're new here, welcome. My name is Sarah, and I am a Thai teacher. So I've been doing this for 6 years now, and I've seen a lot of learners, come to me with all the struggles with tones and how to learn tones. I know there are a lot of ways to learn tones, so maybe you can watch this live stream and see if it works for you, like my way of doing and learning tones. Yeah. I don't have any volunteers today. I would love to have someone to be on my live stream and yeah, to correct the person. So too bad. ไม่เป็นไรนะคะ ไม่มี victim ไม่มี volunteer today. Okay, so let me show you first about Thai tones. So we have 5 tones in Thai. I'm going to show you the chart here so you can see the differences. Yeah. Thai tones. แป๊บนึงนะคะ So you probably know already Thai have 5 tones, and the important way, one of the ways to learn tones is กำลัง try to this. Okay, I found it. Yeah, the way that you should learn tones is first understanding that tones are in the throat, not in the pitch. And this is one of the reason why this is actually the reason why when you study with female teachers, if you study with a female teacher, you might find that sometimes your pitch is higher, like her as high as your female teacher. This is very important that your teacher will have to correct you and guide you through for you to have your own pitch, like to speak Thai in your own voice, register and pitch, rather than imitating her, right? So I'm going to show you the diagram here. This one. All right, can you see this? You cannot. You can now. All right, so let me show you what 5 tones are first, and then I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to do all the 3 classes today. Yeah. So basically, mid-tone is this one, yeah, purple line. Mid-tone, microphone. Mid-tone start from number 3, and then you go a little bit lower at the end. I'll show you. So let's use the word ma. Yeah. ก็แอมนิดนึงนะคะเข้าใจไหม มา yeah, ma. By the way, this chart, I got some help from Luke Bruderbauer. He helped me with this chart, so I want to give him some credit for that. Ma. So you can hear that it's kind of diplo at the end, yeah. So it's not entirely flat. Not like ma. It's like diplo, ma, but it's tiny bit, which is different from low tone here. Low tone will be lower, right? Lower than mid, and then go even lower here. Yeah. Ma. So this is definitely not the girl's pitch. What I'm doing right now, it's more of a guy's pitch, really low. Ga. Yeah, so Shurjaraj explained that pitch is byproduct of what is actually doing in the throat. So if you do it right in your throat, right, the movement, your pitch, it will come out like naturally as that for that tone. So when I teach my student to do tones, I will always tell them like focus on your throat, the movement. Tell me how you feel in your throat when you say it. So for example, low tone here, ma, right? You should feel that it's go low. I can do female voice too, yeah. Ma, that's also low tone. just different pitch. Yeah. Ma, ma. Yeah, if you focus on your throat, you're gonna hear that it's going low. Yeah, male's pitch. Ma, ma. Yeah, quite low. Okay, try it again. Middle tone. Ma, ma. Low. Ma, ma. Right? So when you start learning tones, if you are an absolute beginner, you might want to just do only 2 tones to start. You can even do that for like a few hours, or just like, okay, I'll do 2 tones today. Then you move on to the next tone tomorrow. Just do that. Yeah. Learning all 5 tones at once, probably a bad idea. Yeah. Unless you just want to understand. Learning all at once is okay too. Just try to understand and compare them, but don't expect to be able to retain everything from the first try, right? Usually when I meet like people at networking events, I love to help them with tones, just like for fun. So I would ask them like, "Oh, you think 5 tones in Thai are difficult? Let me help you with that." So with the first a few tries, they understand every like usually they understand everything 5 tones. But if I ask them to do it again without repetition, I don't think they can do it, right? So it's good to know and understand them in detail, but don't be so hard on yourself if you don't remember them yet. Okay. All right. So here we go. We got 2 tones already. You still remember that? Mid tone. Ma. Yeah. Ma. Low tone. Ma, ma. Okay. Now let's go to falling. This one, falling in the blue color. You're gonna be so surprised. You might be surprised that it actually starts from 5. Really? All my life I heard is like go up and down, right? Yes, but easier to just start from here and feel like you'll fall. The common mistake that I hear Thai learners says is ma. Up and out, technically correct, phonetically too, but we don't say that in real life. So when someone teaches ma, I want to ask them too, like when they're gonna say that ever, because we don't say that. Yeah. So falling, I really want you to feel like you're at the top of the mountain like this, and then you're fall. Ma, ma. When you say falling tone, you automatically have to go up a little bit automatically already before going down. So you don't need to tell yourself that I have to go up first. You don't have to do that at all. Ma, ma. Think about when you try to yell at someone, like she's just so annoying. No, I said, no. Ma, ma. And if you focus on your throat, it's open. Ma, ma. Yeah. Okay. So that's falling tone. Now let's go back to mid-tone again. Ma, mid robotic monotone. Yeah. Ma, and again, focus on your throat, right? It's like flat here. Ma, low. Ma. Again, male's pitch, right? Female ones would be like ma. Yeah. Falling for female speakers. Ma, ma. Yeah, that's my pitch too. Guys, ma, ma. Yeah, that's falling. Okay, so now you want to do fallings over and over. Sorry, you're going to do 3 tones. The first 3 tones, mid, low, and falling, over and over and over and over and over. And then once you feel like you're pretty, you get a good grip of these 3, then you can move on to high and rising. I actually like to teach rising first because a lot of Thai learners, when you guys do high tone, it ends up being rising tone automatically. Also, rising tone exists in Mandarin. Mandarin doesn't have a high tone as well, so rising is probably easier to relate to for a lot of you, right? So now you can see here, rising and high. What's going on here? Like they both go up, right? They both rise up, yeah. Now I'm going to teach you rising first. Rising is actually goes lower than high. So the reason that you end up doing a rising tone instead of a high tone, because you start low already. So when you go up, it's going to become a rising tone. Ma, ma, female version. Ma, ma, yeah, male version. Ma, ma, okay. That's rising. Now, how are we going to do high then? Is the movement is pretty similar. The difference between high and rising is rising are actually, let me close this window. Oops. Okay. So the difference between high and rising, because they both have the upward movement right at the end here, difference is rising actually goes up pretty high from 1.5 to 4 here. Ma, ma, yeah. But high is actually start mid, right? Ma, ma. Yeah, for male's pitch would be ma, ma, instead of rising, ma. Yeah. The way that I teach high tone is you have to start quite high as middle tone. If you start low, it's gonna come out as rising. And usually you're gonna get freaked out towards the end of the the tone, and you will be like, go up there. So that's why it ends up being rising. Like you're like ma, ma, like this. Okay, so high here, ma, ma, ma. Yeah. So a good tip for me, this is something that I came up myself, is use the word cup in Thai, your male particle, polite particle. The word cup is a dead syllable. Okay, let me explain about life and dead syllable for a second here. So when I say ma, ma, or ma, this is the same tone, yeah, high tone. The syllable is live syllable, meaning it's you can stretch at the end. It's like an open ending here. But when I say cup, you cannot stretch the end, right? It's like abruptly end. Cup, I cannot say cup, bup. Yeah, I couldn't drag it. Like ma, I could drag it. So ma, the syllable that is open like that, it's harder to do a high tone because you kind of have to find where to finish, like the pitch in the throat, yeah. But when you use a dead syllable like cup, it's actually easier to hit the higher note. Cup. Yeah, I don't think you can ever do wrong. I don't think anyone whom I taught even the first time cannot do it. You know, like every single person that I taught can do high tone decibel, the cup one, yeah, cup. Most common mistake also you guys say cup, sweaty cup, right? Sweaty cup, sweaty cup, high tone, yeah, cup. So that's decibel. So I usually just tell my students to add the B at the end, right? Cup, and then we try to stretch a bit. Cup, cup, cup. So you get the feelings what it's like to have a high tone with a long vowel. Cup, cup, cup. And once you're ready, you can remove the bobby or B sound at the end. So you can say ka, and can switch to ma too. Yeah. If you know what I'm talking about, I'm just gonna type it here so you understand better.ทำยังไงนี่ Okay, let me put the yeah. Okay, I have to put 44 here. This is the notes in my course. Yeah. Okay, so the word crop, right? I'm gonna try it in romanization, even though I hate it. But for those of you who can read Thai script yet, okay. So if I put crop here, romanization. อย่างคะทำไมมันกดไม่ได้อ่ะ Okay, crop. So you can see a cup. Then you can maybe put sara instead. Cup, right? Drag it longer instead of cup. You say cup to get the feeling of the long vowel here. Cup. And then you remove P, yeah, and just say ka. ka, and ultimately use M. Ma, ma, ma. Yeah. Some students can actually do that quick, like right away. So I sometimes use the word this one, mop, 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 and then I just remove P. Ma, and it just repeat after me so many times. Mop, 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 ma. Right, mop, 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 mop. So get a feeling what it's like to do a high tone. So, like I said, their syllable really easier to do, just easier to do than live syllable. Yeah, this one dead means you cannot stop, you cannot prolong the ending. Live, you can prolong the ending, right? You can say it over so many times. Map, 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 ma, map, 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 ma. I really wish you guys can be on live stream right now and I can correct you real time so you can see how easy that is. Yeah, so if you want to volunteer, let me know. You have nothing better for you than what? You have nothing better for. Oh, great. You have nothing better for you than talk bad about others. Thank you. Um, okay, this is like not relevant, but I'll get back to you later. Farang Thai. So I don't want to interrupt this flow. Okay, um, so you can use that trick, yeah. Mop, 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 ma. So you can use that trick. Okay. All right. So next one. Now, if you learn Thai script already, yeah, so you can maybe add the consonant here. For example, you can use ga, 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 ga. This is the one. If you already learned Thai script, right? You can do ga, 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 falling, yeah, and then high and rising here. So, like I said, you want to do 3 tones first to start until you actually feel like you feel comfortable with these 3. Yeah, ga, ga, ga. This is low and falling. If you learn a little bit in my course, or if you learn a little bit from, textbook or your self study or other teachers, you know already these 3 is like mid, low, and falling. Yeah, and the other 2 is high, ga and ga, yeah, your son, yeah, high and rising. Okay, okay, all right. So please stay until the end, Farang Thai, so you can hop on my live stream. We can talk about that. How about that? Yeah, I would love to hear how you what's your take on teaching English to Thai people. Yeah, definitely. We can discuss about that. Definitely open to your criticism as well. Okay, so this is middle class,นะคะ, middle class. So we have 5 tones for middle class. Now, my suggestion for you is to learn. For me, I feel it's better to learn low class first because low class share the first default tone the same. So like ka, yeah. That's my take anyways. But I know a lot of learners prefer to learn with the high class. If you learn with the high class, it's going to be rising tone here. We don't really have enough time to get into the language history today. I explain in my class, and maybe next time I'll explain why this one is falling tone here and this one is high tone, and why this one we don't have the rising tone mark here there, right? So simple explanation is also because Maitri and Maitawa were invented for Chinese dialect, yeah, words. And since we already invented those 2 tone marks, we might as well just gonna use for those like Thai words that have high and rising tones anyway. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. I have a chart here for you to see the tone rules for all 3 classes. Yeah, it's probably better to see with the diagram. So let me just pull that out here. แป๊บหนึ่งนะคะ I think I got it here. All right, so let me see. Sharing not working. Okay, so can you see now? I can do it again. I can just do it again. How about now? Can you see? Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna say the whole thing again, guys. No problem. I'm so sorry. I'll have to put in the stamp too. That Okay, so now you can seeนะคะ. I'm so sad, but that's okay. Ah, sorry, ka. Yeah. All right, so we can do it again if you have time for me. I'll have time for you. So I was talking about middle class consonants first. Middle class consonant, if you want to learn, you just do middle class. Ga, 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 ga. Yeah, we'll just talk about this in the chart, right? So in the table, it's middle class, middle tone, low tone, falling, high, and rising. Yeah, and I told you that you need to work on the first three, like pretty well. Like you need to be really familiar with these three first. Then you move on to this one. Yeah, you move on to high and rising. Now, I particularly pointed out about dead syllable. Yeah, dead syllable is any syllable that you cannot prolong the sound at the end. Like for example, this one. God, let me check if the chart's still there. The chart's still there. Being paranoid now. God. So you can see that it's you cannot prolong the ending, right? You can try, yeah. LJ, you can try. You cannot prolong the ending. So it's compared to this one, right? Ga, you can prolong, yeah. Now this one, gut, you cannot prolong, yeah, gut. So you cannot even force a mid-tone. It's kind of dip low right away, like low tone, gut, like this, right? So, and I think I was saying in my just now, actually like 20 minutes ago. I'm gonna cry. Um, I would say I found a chart, a tone rule chart from an online source on the internet. And it says that live syllable for middle class have 5 tones and dead syllable have 4 tones, which are low, falling, high, rising. But do you see what I teach here? I only put low tone there, right? I only put this one, got, got. The reason is because it's going to be the same tone rules. So if you put, what I mean by that, yeah, if you put my toe here, it will be falling, got. If you put my 3, it will be got, which is high tone. If you put my jatawa, it will be gut. It will be the same rising tone. Yeah, so you don't have to remember all the possibilities of dead syllable. You can just refer to the same tone rules as live syllable here. Easy. The only tone rules you need to know for dead syllable is without the tone marks. What is it? And this one is quite natural for, like, if you try to force a mid-tone here, it's impossible. It's gonna be God. You have to say it lower. Gut, gut, right? Also, the possibility of it being like falling like this, gut, and gut, gut. It's hard. It's hard to do a rising tone for dead syllable. You can do it, but it's not natural. And probably not a lot of words in Thai or even common words. So the possibility of short vowel, it usually low or high. Yeah, got. That's natural. Got. Yeah. Okay, so that's for short vowel. For long vowel, I would say got, got. Falling is okay. Got, high is okay. So low, falling, high, possible. So basically, you can cut out middle tone for sure. You cannot do middle tone and rising tone. Yeah, for possibilities or like this level, it's not common. Yeah. So that's middle class consonant. Okay, good. It's good now, LJ. Oh my god. I just missed the whole session by not sharing the screen before. Okay, so now I was telling you that the way to learn tones in Thai, that you should learn both middle. You can see now, right? Let me show you. Okay, you can see. Yay. Okay, so You should learn both low class and high class together. I like to teach low class first because low class is in green, yeah. Because low class has the same tone, the first tone, middle tone, as middle class. You can see that, right? Mid tone, this one also mid tone. That's why I love to teach low class instead of jump to high class right away. And then I usually say this to my students, right? Low class doesn't have a low tone, so you want to jump here to falling. And we're not gonna talk about language history here yet. Why? Um, we don't have enough time for that. So we're gonna do that next time, maybe if you're really interested to know. So low jump to falling. Oops. Low jump to falling. Yeah, again, low class doesn't have a low tone. You jump to falling, carry on to high. And now a lot of you know high class start with rising tone. So I love to just carry on to do high class here and then go to low and falling. So as a Thai kid, I learned that I think I learned middle class and high class. So the way I learn is rising, low, falling, and then low class, mid, falling, high, which didn't make sense to me at all. Like there's no correlation. So the way I teach in my class, I love correlation. I love how they related to each other. So I put them together so you can see that together they beautifully make a complete set of five tones. You can see mid, low, falling, falling, overlapped, and high and rising. If you do this with this chart, right? If you do low class and high class together, team up and make a complete set of five tones, you cannot miss the tones. But if you remember 3-3-ish for each low class and high class, there's a very high chance that you're gonna miss the tones unless you're really good with remembering tones from the beginning. That's fine. You can do that way. To each their own, like I said. So you can do that. But I love to do the complete set of five tones. Also, when I'm talking about a complete set of five tones and how low class and high class can team up to make a complete set of five tones, I'm talking about the same sound. Yeah. If you haven't learned Thai script before, or you have learned before and you know about low class and high class, you probably have heard or learned that high class share the same sound with low class. Yeah. All of the high class sounds, seven sounds, resemble, yeah, match with seven sounds in low class, and there are 14 sounds in low class. Basically, half of low class match all of the sounds in high class. And that's why they can team up and make a complete set of five tones. It wouldn't make any sense if they don't have the same sound. Like they wouldn't have to team up and make a complete set of five tones, right? But because they have the same sounds. Yeah. And again, when I'm talking about the same sounds, that the characteristics that they have nowadays in modern days before they didn't have the same sound. And that's like a whole nother episode about language history. Okay, so which I learned from Stuart Gerard and Luke Bruderbauer mostly. As a Thai kid, we never learn about like language history unless unless you take like Thai major or something. I didn't. Okay, so that's live syllable, right? Now, this is dead syllable. Dead syllable for middle class, only low tone. Dead syllable for high class, also low tone only. Yeah, so very, very easy. But for for low class, it's hard, right? It's actually high and falling. Why? I usually try to make my own assumption. I think because we have high here for last syllable, so would be high too for that syllable. Falling here, so falling there. Yeah, for last syllable, dead syllable, long vowel. Yeah, so low class is quite difficult because short vowel, the vowel length plays a role here, determine if it's going to be high or falling. Vowel length matters for low class, but not for middle class. Yeah, MC is middle class. Yeah, high class is HC. Yeah, the vowel length doesn't matter for middle class. The vowel length doesn't matter for high class, but it does for low class. So high and falling. I have a phrase for you to refer to the tone rules for low class decilable, which is rak, mak, high, falling. Rak, decilable short vowel. Rak, yeah, decilable short vowel. Mak, decilable long vowel. Yeah. Mak, decilable long vowel. Yeah. Rak, mak, love a lot. You're probably already familiar with these two. Just try to make sure you get the tones right too. So every time you forget about the tone rules for low class, just refer to this phrase, rak, ma, like rak, dissyllable short vowel, high tone, ma, dissyllable long vowel, falling tone. Yeah, and you have to do so many times, and I do that in my class as well, and also in the sail pace as well, the program. Yeah. We're gonna do a lot of drill in class, a lot of exercise. Okay, so this is the table. You can still see it, right? Okay, that's good. The table summary for comparison table. For last syllable middle class and low class share the default tone here. High class and middle class share the tone marks for low and falling. Low and falling. Yeah. And then dead syllable for middle class and high class share the same tone, which is low tone. Oh, Jesus, low. The terms are so overlap, right, for tones and class. They're not, well, they're sort of related in a way, but not everything. Decilable for middle class, low tone. Decilable for high class, also low tone. Decilable for low class, high and falling. Rak, ma, rak, high, ma, falling. Now, I'm going to show you how.กลับมาแล้วค่ะทุกคน I don't know what's going on. Okay, let me share the other screen. I really need an admin here. Jesus Christ, like I just closed everything. Okay, so now how do we learn low class consonant? Yeah, last syllable. Because we have middle tone, falling, and high. This one is so difficult to get familiar, right? Because this one is ka. Now this one is falling ka and then high ka. So the way that I teach in my class, I usually just tell my students to just focus on falling, maybe for a day or two or for a week until you feel familiar with it. So, for example, ka. This one's always going to be falling tone. You can put any vowel here. Ki. Ka. Like yeah, so always gonna be all falling tones. So let's switch to mama. Meh, falling tone. My, yeah, falling tone. So my point is, you just have to associate call quiet with that tone mark. It's gonna be universal. It's always, 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 always gonna be falling tone. And then once you're familiar with that, then you move on to high tone for call quiet. You kind of have to do that like over time. That's how you learn tones. Like, I think I interview people who learn tones and get them right, like on point. So there's like two approach. The first approach is like pretty much do something like this, like you try to make sense of everything here and just use the rules and everything. Or another way is you have such like good memory, like you can just remember everything. You can just imitate or repeat it so many times, and you see this so many times, maybe at least 20 times or 100 times, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it now. It's falling tone. I remember these were now as falling tone. Either way, it's fine, right? For me, as someone who has ADHD and love logic, I cannot memorize and remember it learn by heart completely. I need to understand why. So if I see, okay, my egg with call why and with other words, it's gonna always be like fall is gonna always be falling tone. That makes more sense to me to do that. Yeah. So in my class, I would just say, okay, guys, we're gonna put Tadahan here. Yeah. It's like ta, ka, ma, wa, and then I have you write. How do you write wa? And because it's only one possibility tone mark, like just one my egg there. So yeah, that's how you learn. So focus on one tones only. Focus on one tones only. Is very, very digestible. Yeah. Okay. LG, do you have any questions about tones before I address someone who doesn't really know what to teach to Thai people and just like rip people off? Um, you have any questions? No? By the way, guys, I still have the promo for my self-paced study course. Okay, Thai with Sarah. I would love to help you if you feel stuck with this and you feel like you cannot really get past the block. Okay, this was very helpful. Aw, thank you so much for letting me know about the screen. Oh my god. Um, yeah, I appreciate you so much. Okay, so let me share this. Here นะคะอ่ะ So I have the self-paced study course, right? The price gonna be increased to 9999 for 3 courses. It's over 100 videos, 124 videos in total, and it's yeah, that's gonna be the price that I would put. Yeah, that's a new price. Now it's 8499, and it would not going to be this price ever again, even with discount. It's because I think I priced it wrong to begin with. I thought it was gonna be 2 courses, but I had so much to teach and explain. So I have 3 courses. Yeah. Still kind of building the block and everything. We have about 10 learners in to like learn 10 learners join now. And then some of you guys are open and willing to be in a live support group, and you can do that as well. So it comes with the live support group. You can submit your homework. If you think you're going to feel alone in the journey, you won't, because I'm going to keep nudging you every week. It could be every day if you want. I can set my timer and do that every day. I'm very good at checking in with my students. I don't want you to buy the course and just put it on the shelf like you would that you have done to other courses or the books. Yeah. I really want you to be successful in this journey, because if you really crack this, like if you actually unlock whatever you're stuck, basically TypeScript is the key anyway, you're gonna find that it's much easier for you when you learn TypeScript. So I taught one student on Monday, and we learned only lesson 3. Yeah, it was we were at lesson 3, and he was like, "Oh, I know now why this word is this one." It's like everything just click. In lesson 3, he can understand why I suggested that he get into TypeScript. The sooner is better, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys have a talent for speaking, not never have to like read or write. It's fine, but not everyone has that kind of talent. If you have that, be thankful. But again, at the end of the day, you want to get into TypeScript, right? You're gonna be, better. So what I did in my live stream today pretty much is same in this video. Yeah, this in this video is just a better version. I don't have the pause, right? Because it's edited nicely and well edited video. So also I would love for you, if you sign up my course, send me assignment too, and I can help correct your pronunciation. I send the recording back to you. That would be really, really, really useful for you. For starter pack, LJ, I have it ready. I should have it ready now. So my web developer probably get it done by tonight or tomorrow night. So the starter pack, guy, is 30-day money back guarantee. If you pay with a credit card, there might be some small traction fee they deducted. But if you transfer domestically, I give you a full refund. It's 2499, so you get 7 lessons plus 1 summary. So you have absolutely no risk at all, no risk of trying this. And if you find that it's not working for you, you can still keep my materials and all the audio tracks, right, for your future reference. Yeah, but yeah, you think it doesn't work for you, then I'll give you a full refund, no question asked, because sometimes it doesn't work for everyone, so it's okay. Um, all right, so let me address what just happened. So Okay, let me. Anyway, oh, good. Okay, so there's one comment here. I'm not gonna show. I'm gonna read it to you. Yeah, he said, "You have nothing better for you than talk bad about others. Thank you." So these Farang person, he called himself Farang. Yeah, I don't call him a Farang. Yeah, he called himself Farang. So just so you know, some of you guys don't like the term Farang, right? Okay, so he called himself Farang. So these Westerner, I believe he's from Sweden. He was teaching online on TikTok, and he just popped up on my feeds like almost every day. At first, when I saw this is like honest truth. At first, when I saw it, I was like, wow, this white guy, this Caucasian guy was really dedicated to teaching Thai people. That's admirable. That's what I thought. Like, oh my God, he's like, you know. But then later on, when I kind of browsed and listened to what he was teaching, there was a lot of mistakes. And I actually commented in a very polite way and respectful way. It's like, hey, maybe you should learn Thai script first of all, because he used like a weird transliteration. It's like a pachuban or adit, right? The one that if you see my post, you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you can scroll back. You can scroll down. You see what I'm talking about. And also, I said, hey, will and to be going to, you taught it wrong because will, you're supposed to use it for intention, not the plan is going to happen. Because the way he explained is the other way around. So I explained it to him nicely. And I think, was I planning to like send him a message? I don't think so, but I feel like I can just comment right there and then, right? In a nice way, I think it's okay. And a lot of Thais gifted him. There's at least 300 to 400 people watching, which is great for him. I mean, if you want to make money, no problem. I have no problem with that at all. But I feel like if you're going to make money, at least, right? Make sure that you get the information right. Um, to me, it was kind of revolved because it's not correct and it's so wrong. And the thing is, a lot of Thais, right? And I post just so you know, like, no offense to my, Thai people, but a lot of us don't understand that just because someone looks like a Farang or have a white skin, it doesn't mean that they speak like English as the first language. And that's okay. They don't have to be able to teach English. But I'm just saying they're not a native speaker, first of all. And the other thing is like just because you're a native speaker, you cannot really teach either, right? So you need to have both, or at least if you're not a native speaker, you need to really understand what is like the structure and grammar. So I just feel sad that taught he's been teaching type like he's teaches a lot, guys. Like I don't know how many hours a day. And I seen like a lot of Thai watching. And I just feel sad because it's wrong. And instead of them taking classes or watch other YouTubers or TikTokers to get the right information, they just get the wrong information. They speak wrong, right? But again, it's not really something that I can control, you know? So what I did was I posted, apart from my page, I also posted in a Thai ladies group. The Thai ladies group about those ladies who just date Farang, right? So I kind of like tell them like, hey, if you ever come across his channel on TikTok, just so you know, like he cannot really teach and he just teaches all wrong. Just be careful. Yeah. It's okay if you want to support him, but just don't learn anything from him so much. It's like not correct, right? And so a lot of Thai ladies actually commented and say that they thought they were the only one. They thought they were only them who thought that way because they found a lot of mistakes. And I was like, oh my God, a lot of people actually saw this too, but no one actually say anything, right? And so, yeah, I mean, I think it's important as a teacher. I know I'm not always 100% correct as a teacher, and I would love to improve myself and always work on myself. But anything that I teach you guys and my students, I will always make sure that it's correct, at least 99%. Yeah. But if it's not correct and you know better than I do, please feel free to reach out and correct me. I would love to know too, like when something that every time that I want to know about something and I'm like, I don't know about this. I would love to know too. So if anyone knows, please let me know. And I would say, this is my assumption. This is language history. This is something I learned from Srijiraj. I always give credit to people. And also, if anyone thinks that I, teach something wrong, maybe, question particle, this and all that, I'm totally open to hearing that, like criticism, right? It's fine to make mistakes. It's one thing to make mistakes, but if you realize that you make mistakes and you keep doing it, or you feel like, it's just all about ego thing, you shouldn't be a teacher, you know? Like you're not knowledgeable enough to do that. I see it as not responsible, not kind, and not like nice, right? To do this to my Thai people, my Thai students, right? So that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's it. That's my explanation for what happened. But yeah, if you actually I invited someone sorry, not invited in my post, right? I encourage if you are an English teacher and you would love to promote your channel and you really know what you're doing, like you understand the grammar, you understand the structure, and you can really teach, and you pass on the information that is correct, then let me know. I can give a shout out. I can help support you. I can help tell people. I actually have the list of Thai teachers who can teach English and on point, and I'm gonna post it tomorrow, and I'm gonna share to that lady group as well in the Thai community. So, okay, that's about it. Um, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you. Oh, are you still there? The Farang Thai. If you are there, I can get you on my channel and talk about it. I don't think he would though. Okay กวนตีนนะคะคุณซาร่าชอบกวนตีนนิดนึง Okay, all right, that's all for now, guys. So if you have any questions, you can ask me later. A lot of you guys ask me questions like private message. I don't answer in private messages, but I will address your questions in live stream like this. So feel free to ask any questions. I love difficult questions, because it's challenging, and I would love to know too. Every time that you guys ask me difficult questions, I always learn something new. I totally love that. So please feel free to ask any questions you may have. Yeah. And yeah. Okay, LJ, I'm gonna message you about the starter pack and then see if you would be interested to sign up. Yeah. All right. เจอกันค่ะทุกคน What is show comment on stage? All right. This is Karen. I'm interested to join. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you for listening until the end, LJ. The floral bloom. Karen, I'll message you after. Thank you so much for your interest. This is the floral bloom. That's just nice. That's a nice name. Floral bloom. Okay, เจอกันนะคะทุกคน. I might live stream again. I don't know, tomorrow or Friday. Yeah, I'll do this a lot now because I want to do it before I'm off to Vietnam, and I'm not gonna live stream when I'm in Vietnam. So, all right, thank you for tuning in. รักทุกคนค่ะจุ๊บไปแล้วค่ะ Good night ค่ะทุกคน